Mabuhay, kamusta kayo, and welcome to another video. And welcome to part 2 of my indoor cactus and succulent collection tour. I'm showing you all the plants I have that live indoors all year round. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, I shall link that up above and in the description below. So yeah, let's get straight into it and pick up where we left off in part 1 and continue the tour. First up, this lovely but lethal Neopateria pygmaea has bloomed this year in a lovely crackle pot by Paul Rogers Ceramics. Another plant in a Paul Rogers crackle pot, this lovely clumping Coryphantha. Echinopsis hasn't flowered yet, but gets large white flowers on it similar to Echinopsis subdenudata. Lophophora, I have several of these in the collection. This one, like most of them, is desperate for a repot, but just waiting on some deep pots because these have long tuberous root systems. Some more lofts, bit of spider mite damage on these ones. These are probably spider mite's favourite cacti to munch on. I do check these regularly for mites. Has some little offsets coming through as well. And Areocyce I've not been able to properly identify yet. So any ideas on what this species is, then please do let me know in the comments. And another one without a name. 99% sure it is Areocyce again. Has flowered once, but that didn't help much with the ID. Gymnocalycium aguadulce hybrid. Flowered a number of times and set lots of seeds over the past couple of years as well. Another Gymno. This one produces buds every year, but they never fully develop and open as it was always late in the year. It's produced some buds earlier this year, so hopefully we'll get to see them this time. Another Gymno, quite a slow growing one this one. Hasn't grown all that much since I got it a few years ago. Cactus latspinus, one of my favourite Cactus, this one. Was a time this used to be quite common and easy to find for sale. Seems to have become a bit more rarer again, here in the UK at least. Gymnocalycium bordianum, probably one of the most well known of all Gymnocalycium, gets lovely red flowers. My mystery Euphorbia was sold as a Melliformis, but there's no way it's that. Looks more like a Susanne or a hybrid of that and something else. When I got it, it was just one single head. Euphorbia platyclada, the plant that looks like it's dead. Not everyone's cup of tea, this one, but I think it's an awesome looking plant. Epithelantha, showed one in part 1, but this one is a different variety. Just a slow growing though. Another loft, quite badly scarred this one. Developed this not long after I got it, but it's slowly growing out of that damage now. Wasn't mite damage, so not sure what caused that. Puntia rufida. Had a spell where it shed a lot of its pads, but has regrown lots of new ones now. Nasty glockids on this one. Mammillaria plumosa. Busy this year producing offsets. Safe mammillaria to touch as well, no nasty hook spines like a lot of them have. Coryphantha that was sold without a name. So again, if you know the species, please let me know in the comments. Turbinicarpa schmiedicianus. What a name. Gorgeous plant though. Flowered a few times for me over the years. Ubelmania pectinifera. One of the more difficult cacti to grow well. They are usually grafted because they can be difficult on their own roots. This one's a degraft, but it's doing well. Another Gymnocalycium in bud as well. This one, like the other one, has flowered many times and produced a lot of seed over the past few years. Cactus tuberosus. Very fragile plant. These stems can easily break off. I was hoping this might flower this year, but no signs of that yet. These have lovely large copper yellow flowers. Gymnocalycium prochescianum. Flowered for the first time a few months back. Another that needs a repot. It's pushing this pot out of shape. Another loft, and this one is putting out some offsets as well. Another little one there just coming through. Butia pygmaea. Another plant that's been busy over the past couple of years producing lots of offsets. Nice Astrophytum hybrid, this one. Has all these cool looking bumps all over it. Another Astro, lovely flecking on this one. Four ribbed and almost cube shaped, hence the name quadricostatum. Variegated gymno with seed pods. Pollinated both flowers at the same time, but two different colours. Pretty cool. Another bud developing there as well. We'll hopefully get some variegated seedlings from this. Caenoserius. Like a few other plants, this has had a few attacks of spider mite. Has grown out of that damage nicely though. Gymnocalycium hybrid, Bordianum crossed with Reganesi. Reliable bloomer, this one has flowered every year since I've had it, and sometimes twice a year. Wigginsia or Parodia now. All these ones I'm showing you in these small round pots for others that I do want to get repotted before the end of the summer. Turbinocarpus. I don't know why this one looks the way it does with that darker brown colour. It's not mite damage. I have seen pictures of this species online and some of them look similar with this darker coloration on the ends of the tubercles. A happy, healthy plant otherwise. Another Turbinocarpus. Very generous with its flowers, this one. Has already flowered multiple times this year like it did last year. Will probably flower again before the end of the growing season. Astrophytum Capricorn Major. Good beginner astros, these ones. Gymnocalycium Platygonum. Another pretty slow growing gymno, this one. Schlinskiana. Hasn't produced any seed pods for a while, but signs there might be now. All Frailea are cleistogamous, so they'll just set viable seeds without their flowers opening or being pollinated. Cactus geometricus. Hasn't done much for a while. I was hoping it might put out a new branch this year, but there's no signs of it doing that yet, unfortunately. Robutia heliosa, grown from seed by my friend Phil. Has flowered once. Some Libivia arachnacantha. These were pups I propagated from another plant. Took them quite a while to root though, but they're just starting to produce their own offsets now. Another gymno, tiny bit of variegation in this one. And a little bit of red there. Another Cactus that hasn't done much for a while. It is alive though. This one leans quite a bit towards the light, so I rotate it, and a few days later it's leaning towards the light again. Like a lot of others, it could probably do with a repot. Variegated jade, grown from a cutting that Phil sent to me again. Crassula, or the Chinese jade. I've got a larger pot of this in the greenhouse, which I might do some staging with in a bonsai pot. It has shallow roots, so it's ideal to plant into one of those. My male Euphorbia obesa, which is in flower. Successfully pollinated my female obesa and my Euphorbia symmetrica with this. Astrophytum hybrid, Asterius crossed with Capricorn. Another Astrophytum Asterius. Pretty basic looking one. Astrophytum mysterious super kabuto. Again, pretty basic looking as far as kabutos go. Then probably my favourite Asterius out of all the ones I have, this lovely Kabuto V-type. Certainly not basic looking, although you can get some incredible looking ones now. This is in bud as well. Little area size subgibosa, which almost got thrown away accidentally when I did the unboxing of this. There were two of these, but I didn't see this one in the package and almost ended up in the bin. Ariocarpus retusus, one of the most slowest growing cacti there is. I think this has grown a few millimeters in the 3 or 4 years I've had it. And finally for this part, Obregonia denegri, or the artichoke cactus. And another fairly slow growing plant, this one. So that's it for part 2. I'm trying to keep these videos around the 20-minute mark, rather than have them drag on for too long. I'll try and get part 3 up for this weekend, and there might even be a part 4 as well. There's still a lot of plants to show. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to like and comment. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. Hit the notification bell as well so you know when I upload a new video. You'll be safe and well, and I shall see you next time. Salamat po paalam. Bye for now.